For over 10 years, the Flying Disc Store has stocked Australia's largest range of flying disc products. From disc golf discs and bags to ultimate frisbees, throw and catch discs and dog discs, the Flying Disc Store has everything you need. As part of our support of the Tee-Off, the Flying Disc Store would like to provide Tee-Off listeners with 5% off any purchase in the store. Just use the code TEEOFF5 when checking out to get your discount. Visit www.flyingdiscstore.com.au today to grab a deal, and if you have any questions, be sure to contact their friendly staff. Today's podcast is brought to you in part by Fergs Disc Sports. Check out bergsdiscsports.com for the highest quality disc golf bags and gear that have all been fully tested and approved by our disc golf community. The only thing better than Fergs bags is Fergs customer service. And welcome back to the Tee-Off, an Australian podcast about the awesome sport of disc golf. My name is Paddy Robinson, and in the booth with me today are my two regulars, Timmy Bowen and Andrew Ferguson. How are you, fellas?
Very good, thanks, Paddy. How about yourself, Fergs?
I'm good. Yeah, it's rocking. It's hump day.
It is hump day. It feels like hump day too. I got to be honest. That 1 o'clock hit, and it's like, yeah, I'm feeling a bit tired here, but now I'm feeling nice and pumped to get into this episode.
It wasn't just 1 o'clock that hit, May hit, and all of a sudden the sun's gone. It's freaking cold out there. Yeah, we're back to being miserable again. But anyway,
it's all right. At least we still get to play a bit of disc golf, especially this weekend, which I'm looking forward to, Tim. But we'll get to that. Quick players meeting. Now, I want to do a special shout out to a new Patreon member, Louisa DeCampo. Now, Louisa, I'll be honest, I had to have a quick little Google search of you, and turns out that you are the partner of Ash Widener.
Oh boy!
Now, amazing that, Louisa, if you have actually jumped on and supported, being a Patreon and supported the show, I want to thank you personally. But if this is actually Ash stealing his partner's card and joining the old Patreon, yeah, Ash.
Well done. We appreciate that support, Ash. Going above and beyond. Thank you, sir.
And also, if, Ash, you haven't actually jumped on and supported us, maybe do it, mate. Good on you.
Either way, you've been caught out, haven't you, mate?
Either way.
But if anyone else wants to sign up, jump onto Patreon. It's as little as a cost of coffee for a month. And if you're borrowing someone else's card, it doesn't cost you a thing. So that's endorsed by us. Get onto it.
Yeah, Ryan Hart, if you want to steal your dad's credit card, he's buying you enough discs. So, yeah, buy a Patreon account with us. Awesome. No, otherwise a big episode today, fellas. We've got all the normal staff news. I think, Fergie, you've added in a little Gordo review there as well. So excited to get into that. Hopefully as well, we can get one of the Sweetens or one of our traveling Australian disc golfers who are currently in Japan at the moment playing the Japan Open. Hopefully we can get one of them on the phone as well. So, yeah, looking forward to it. Straight up, though, is our disc golf reflection tip of the week. Now, I wanted to touch base briefly on mindfulness. Now, this is something I've been looking a bit more into recently because I've found it quite intriguing. Now, I'm going to do a bit of a shout out to another podcast. I am by all means very, very, very far from an expert in any of this, but I was listening to The Imperfects, and they had invited on a high-performance mindset coach, Emma Murray, to discuss mindfulness. Now, she actually works with the Richmond football team, Fergie.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Hey.
So, yeah, she earned her wage last week when, Richmond beat the Cats. But
where was she with the week before?
But no, I just wanted to say it's definitely worth a listen, boys.
What is mindfulness? Is it not cracking the shits on the disc golf course? Is that essentially what we're talking about here?
Well, that's a good start. I'm going to try and recap it. I am definitely going to butcher this. So if anyone out there wants to go and have a listen to this, go to the Imperfects podcast and look up the Emma Murray episode on mindfulness. But essentially mindfulness originally was created as a tool for monks, essentially to become enlightened, so to become detached from everything and, yeah.
And we all know monks, very good putters.
Yeah.
Very, very good C1X.
What would a monk putt with?
The hope, or the faith, one of those.
Of course he'd choose Latitude 64.
One of those stupid trilogy names.
But no, essentially mindfulness is a mental state achieved by focusing on one's awareness on the present moment. While calmly acknowledging and accepting one's feelings, thoughts, body sensations, and it's used as like a therapeutic technique. So what Emma has sort of done is she's taken it, from mindfulness with monks, that's been done for 2,500 years. She's tweaked it a little bit to be suitable for high performance athletes. So they have this mindfulness side of things, but then they've got to do this, like high pro athletes are constantly correcting. So it's learning techniques to, try and stay sort of detached essentially from the present or stay in the present moment, but then constantly reevaluating and going from there. So Emma talks about how we create stories which can lead to feelings, or we have feelings that lead to stories during sport, in life, etc. And then we can attach these feelings or emotions to what is happening in that moment. We then look at what's happening in real life and have all these attached feelings. Next thing we know, our shoulders are a little tighter, breath is a bit quicker. We're kind of in that state of fight or flight, which is not usually how we are in our training or how we practice. It's definitely not how we want to be when we're on the course. So she talks about ways in which mindfulness can kind of detach from those moments, and be aware of that when it is happening and, try and move away from it.
It sounds like just a complete round for me.
Yeah.
Does that include like nose down putts?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right, sweet.
That's where mindfulness is so handy, because as soon as you go having a tournament putt and you're conscious of everything, you're conscious of your shoulders, your feet, your stance, how much you're pulling back, what's going to happen if I miss. When you're going to hit that putt is when your brain's thinking nothing but putt. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be good to be able to flick a switch, clear all those thoughts, and just have that putt.
So is it she develops now the training to be able to do that?
Yeah, so
course?
her whole business is teaching like high performance mindfulness to athletes, or mindfulness to high performance athletes. So she works with the Richmond Footy Club. She works with F1 Oscar.
Piastri.
Yeah, Piastri.
Oh, the Aussie. Yeah.
They're both. He's not doing great, and Richmond aren't very good either. So let me know when she's working with someone like, I don't know, Collingwood, or who else is up there these days?
Oh, yeah, she's been working with Richmond for a while, and they did win a flag.
Okay.
So,
3.
yeah. But
So
yeah, it's...
when I think of this, someone that comes to mind is like Calvin.
Yeah.
He just seems to be, he's just got that attitude and that temperament on course that he's just super in the zone all the time.
Yeah, because he's thinking, put the pizza in the oven.
Yeah.
Like, he's not thinking anything but...
That's his mantra. That's
Yeah.
his mindfulness. Just, pepperoni and cheese.
Yeah. And who doesn't maybe just like Nico Lacastro? Yeah. He seems to always be in a state of fight or flight, that guy.
Mostly fight.
Mostly fight.
Good stuff,
Check
though.
the PDGA rules.
Mindfulness.
Mindfulness. So, look, if you want to go on, I'm not going to talk about all the kind of stuff because I'm by any means far from an expert, but I thought it was really interesting. She does talk about a couple of books and stuff, so I'm keen to have a look a bit more into this and maybe can report back, in the future if I find some cool stuff. But, definitely worth a look. Now, speaking of other podcasts as well, I just wanted to do a bit of a shout out. Now, I was listening to the Throwlers the other day, and I'm not shouting out the Throwlers so much, but they mentioned Hamish and Andy talked about disc golf. Now, I thought that was pretty cool, so I jumped on, had a listen. Now, boys, I wasn't too impressed with what Hamish and Andy had to... Well, more Andy, what he had to say. Not too many people know this as well, but back in 2018... I was actually on the Hamish and Andy podcast for a very brief second, came on. They were looking for different listeners with special skills. And I said how, I've got some Frisbee skills. And Andy wasn't that impressed back then. That was 5 years ago. And he's still not too impressed now, even though Hamish and Jack seemed like they thought it was a good idea. So we'll have a quick listen.
Give us a listen.
Ahoy also to Jeremy, who went to hamishandandy.com and left a little message as to what he's been up to.
Ahoy, boys. Just checking in. I just wanted to say that today I've been severely disappointed by the podcast. I was coming down to get a bit of Frisbee golf practice in and I had to sit through about 5 minutes of Andy just being quite rude and mean about it. I'm pretty upset. Well, anyway, hopefully... I can figure out how to upload this file in the next sort of 12 months and you guys don't forget about this. But anyway, cheers.
Threw his Frisbee into the wire fence in anger at the end of it.
No, that's not a wire fence. That's the hole in Frisbee golf.
Oh,
it's a bucket with chains hanging down. Jack gets it.
Yeah. I've Frisbee disc golf before, yeah.
It seemed windy.
That's the hole.
It seemed windy for Frisbee golf.
Yeah, beautiful. Go.
From his audio, it seemed like that had been hard conditions.
Yeah, but get the wind behind you and you'll sail.
Oh, how exciting.
And see, when
this is me trying to feign a bit of excitement for you, Jeremy.
To not be mean. When you putt at the end, because you have different Frisbees at different clubs, and when you putt at the end, it's the heavy one that hits the chains. And the chains are there to catch the Frisbee and it dangles into the bucket. Good. Can't believe.
I think if we actually went out and played disc golf, that you would enjoy it. Your competitive nature would overcome you, and you would actually get into it.
We'll never find out.
Love to take you on a boys' disc golf trip.
Hey.
Yeah. So
anyone else die a little bit inside listening to
just a little bit. So it did spark a little bit of fire. Now, having previously been on and brought up some old feelings there. So I have sent in this response that I'm about to play. See what your boys think. Hello, you boys. Paddy Robinson here. I made a brief appearance in 2018 on episode 18. In the VIP listeners, I listed my skill as the best disc golfer in Australia and piqued Hamish's interest. But I think I only piqued Hamish's interest with that. Now it's been a few years since then. Still love the pod, but got to say after listening to the last couple of episodes, bit concerned to hear Andy still throwing a bit of shade towards disc golf. Now, I'm getting a vibe that he likes his golf and, bit of a traditionalist. But Andy, I reckon you've been playing with your balls for too long, mate, and it's, time to give disc golf a try. Would be happy to take your boys out. We can make it a bit of a challenge if you like as well. We could play a bit of match play or some skins. I just won't play any doubles, though, as that usually ends up with one person having to carry the other. And I think Hamish has had enough of that over the years. So, yeah. Hope to hear from you guys soon and see you on the course.
Talk about throwing some shade.
Well, yeah. So, still waiting to hear a response there, but
I reckon you might be waiting a while, Paddy. just quietly. No, I like that.
I'm with you, though. I'm with you. He's got some sore shoulders, Mr. Hamish.
So we'll see. Comedy. I'll report back, but yeah, we'll be waiting a while, I'm sure.
What's news round the world, round Australia? What's news? What's happened and who's spoken?
Thank you, JB. It's time for the news and the recap. We had one big tournament over in the States. It was the OTB Open, which was an Elite Series event at Swenson Park in California. That course looked bloody hard. You guys see any of the footage?
Yeah, they
quite a little bit. Yeah,
it was a good course, not just like a massive hyzer fest. obviously had long holes, but you kind of had to throw every type of shot out there, which was interesting to see. Lots of OB. I definitely would have taken a few OB strokes.
As far as like a disc golf, a golf course that's been adapted to disc golf, it does look pretty good.
It's pretty good.
I think it's got a good mix.
Man, did it look hard, particularly the last few holes, and that's kind of cool. Like coming down the last 4 holes, I think hole 16 in particular was caught a lot of people out. It was made for an interesting finish, and this one certainly was no exception. Emerson Keith got his first Elite Series win in 2,555 days, 73 events. Huge.
That's nuts.
More than huge. He has been playing trash this year. It's like maybe slowly improving, but he hasn't been anywhere near like the top 20 all year. And then bang, just cashes takes an Elite Series.
Those Lone Star discs finally clicking with him, I think. Because he changed at the start of the season.
He's Lone Star.
He's Lone Star. Yeah.
And bloody awesome for him too, because apart from Simon Lizotte, name one other disc golf dad on the tour. Can you think of another one?
Nate Sexton.
Okay, Sexton, yeah. But he kind of, but yeah. Anyone else?
Yeah, no.
Look, Emma Daddy's representing, and couldn't be more stoked for the man to get the win, because he beats Gannon Burr, who's like a kid himself, Aaron Gossage, and Isaac Robinson, who's just out of uni. So well done, Emma Daddy. Huge win.
Huge win.
Gannon Burr, almost, as I said, he finished second, 2 shots back. He birdied 9 holes in a row and then took a bogey on the last. Almost completed one of the comebacks of the century. But really, it was Emma Daddy versus Aaron Gossage for most of the round. Gossage actually in front halfway through. But then he went +5 through the last 9 holes.
Yeah.
It's kind of made me think of Worlds when Gossage lost to Macbeth. I think he's struggling under pressure. I had a look at his putting stats. In the second round, he was putting at like 90% C1X. In the third round, he went at 42% C1X and 0 from C2. So, yeah.
He's got that stabby sort of putt, and I wonder, just...
Geez, it looked like a Tim Bowen round, to be honest.
He might need some mindfulness, Tim. Those shoulders looking tight.
He might. I could have been watching myself. A man loves a forehand, and then he loves donking a 9-meter putt, because he had so many opportunities in the last round, just couldn't get it done. But nevertheless, played very well. And it was great to see Emerson get a win. On the FPO side of things, it was actually a familiar name for a change. Paige Pierce had the win.
Goodness gracious.
She's back.
Where did Kristen Tattag place?
No, she's overseas.
Yeah.
So that's right.
She didn't play. No. Paige, Paige looks solid.
Yeah.
Paige of old.
I mean, I still saw a lot of, not a lot, but a few in the last rounds where she just didn't take the time. It didn't look like she cared on the putts and didn't really take the duty of care that she normally would. I think she just needs that competitive fire to come back, to be honest.
Interesting you say that, Tim. I got a little clip here where she does talk a little bit about this.
For 14 years, I'm here and I'm making the decision to come every time, and I care more about disc golf than I ever have. Really, I've found the love and the joy again, and when I'm home, I'm texting friends like, hey, let's go toss. And when's the last time that I've done that? I mean, you can't answer that, but the last time I've done that.
Now, I was just wondering, can you boys start messaging me that, if you want to go toss?
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Time for a toss. No, that's
Don't
said that.
message me that.
Anytime. We'll play some disc golf too.
Yeah.
No, it's funny she said that, and I did have to take a step back because I've sort of been highlighting the fact that she's been finishing down the list, but I think she's won 2 out of 4 of the Elite Series events that she's signed up for this year, which is kind of good stats. It's just so happened that the other 2...
Kind of good. It's huge. Yeah, she dropped off. But, I mean, do we know what injury... Has anyone actually seen what the injury was yet? No. I haven't... No. Okay. She could still be coming back from something, but, yeah.
Don't know. But
still solid. Got the
good to
W.
see her get a win. And someone pointed out online that Emerson Keith plus Paige Pierce, the shortest ever duo to take out an Elite Series event, which was
that's a shit stat.
But imagine if Owen Scoggins had a one. Owen Scoggins is like 4 feet tall. Could have been awesome. Man. But did you happen to see Gannon Burr rush over Emerson and give him a hug at the end of the round? Jesus Christ.
Be careful you didn't turkey slap him.
It looked like Slender Man stealing a kid, to be honest. It just straight out. No, huge stuff.
Oh, goodness.
The only other notable I have from OTB Open was my man, Nate Sexton. He made the cash by one shot and kept his cash streak alive. Guess how long this cash streak has been going for, Nate Sexton?
How long?
117 events. Spans back to 2008. So he's got a 15-year cash streak going, and he almost lost it. He parred like nine holes in a row to make cash by one shot. So awesome.
Far out. That's epic.
It's ever consistent, isn't it?
So good. He needs it too, because as far as I'm aware, there's no other revenue stream for Nate Sexton.
No.
No such thing.
Speaking of, when are they due to come out?
Oh, mate, the Sexton Firebirds. Looking around June, Fergs. Keep an eye out.
Okay, all right.
Now, that was the only big event overseas, but there was some notable news. So I just want to point out and run through these quite quickly, because a lot of them are US legal crap, if I'm being honest. But Gannon Burr, legal case was dropped by Prodigy. Obviously, there's been a settlement reached there, but we don't know what exactly. But the main thing is to know is Gannon Burr's continuing with Prodigy. So he obviously couldn't get out of the contract. So he's going to honour that contract, still throw their plastic and keep his mouth shut about the quality of that finishing.
Well, he's halfway through the season, so he must have just...
Yeah, mate. He will sign a multi-million-dollar contract at the end of this year.
That's it.
100%.
But until then, his mouth's shut.
Yeah.
The other one out of the courtrooms was Nat Ryan. She actually won the right to play on the Disc Golf Pro Tour, because I think this event was in California, where the rules on transgender people competing in sport is a little bit lax compared to the other states. She actually played the first round, but then Disc Golf Pro Tour appealed that, and she was forced to DNF after the first round.
Oof.
Yeah.
Real
messy.
Real messy.
Messy. Yeah. It's a lot. It's confusing as well.
Too much legal crap in the States. Someone told me that in the US, there's 10 lawyers for every one engineer. And if you go to Japan, there's 10 engineers for every one lawyer.
It says a lot, doesn't it?
It's crazy. Anyway, one last bit of news was Jomez Pro actually sold to the Disc Golf Pro Tour. Now, I think there's a little bit more to that story than we kind of know. But essentially what I'm gathering is that Jomez actually grew quite rapidly before COVID, and now they're kind of running into a little bit of financial hardship trying to keep up with that growth. I think they have something like over 20 staff members on their team now. They obviously dropped $250K per year over the next 2 years to the Disc Golf Pro Tour for the lead card rights. And I think their Patreon and all of their sort of e-commerce sales and that sort of thing has been just diminishing. So I think this sale, it's probably good for the media coverage of disc golf going forward, but I think it's probably a little bit more of a done out of necessity than out of a desire to grow from Jomez. So yeah,
good time to sell.
Good. Well, I mean, I don't think it was. I think a good time to sell would have been 2-3 years ago. This was the shit we need to sell, and they probably didn't get the best deal. But anyway, it probably won't change much in terms of disc golf coverage for the next few years, but I can sort of see maybe 3, 4, 5 years down the track, the next day free post-produced coverage becoming a bit more of a thing of the past, and maybe more of an emphasis on the live stuff. I think the post-produced stuff maybe comes out like a week later rather than the next day, just to try and steer people towards the Disc Golf Network subscription a bit more.
It doesn't seem like that long ago that, Jomez, oh gosh, like let's go and watch this post-production stuff, and that was it. And all of a sudden it just seems to have turned so quickly into I'm watching it live, and obviously the demand for the post is not there as much.
Not quite as much, yeah.
Do you ever go watch like a PGA? Like, they don't do any kind of post-round, streaming. It's just, you're watching it live, essentially, on the replay of the live. So, we're moving towards that.
Only on the socials, I jump on. I follow a bunch of various golf channels, and that's funny to watch some little clips here and there, but certainly not going back and watching.
I don't think all their like creative ideas, and obviously is like Jonathan's on the board and stuff like that. So the creative, line of Jomez and all that sort of thing is going to be linked into Disc Golf Network coverage, and I think that's going to be a big jump.
Spot on. He's still the CEO, but in terms of like some of the key decisions that are going to be made over the next few years, kind of Disc Golf Pro Tour has a monopoly over that at the moment. So interesting, but I do think it'll be good for the media coverage going forward. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Now, over to Australian shores, and there's a little bit of news on that front, which Fergie's going to cover as well. But before we get to that, we did have 3 tournaments go down. We had the Jasmine Jam, the Gold Coast Challenge, and the Central West Chick Flick. So kudos to those 3 clubs on some very cool names.
What was that last one?
Central West Chick Flick.
Sweet.
Yep. Ladies only event.
Thought you said that?
Did I say something wrong?
No, it was good. No,
okay, cool. First of all, Jesmond Jam, MP40 was taken out by Matt Wallace by one shot over tournament director JJ. So I'm almost going to give the win to JJ on that front because he had the tournament director sort of handicap, which is at least 5-6 shots. Yeah. So well done to Matt and JJ. MA2 was taken out by friend of the pod, Justice Halbeck, with a 966 average. Saw the big boy get a nice big win over at Jesmond, which was very, very well done, my friend.
Very solid.
MA3 was taken out by Alex Williams. And I had to be like, hang on, why is she playing at MA3? And it was because Jesmond Jam was run over 2 days. First day was some divisions, and then second day was MPO and FA1 as well. And she just sneakily snuck into both. She played MA3 and then FA1. So well done, Alex.
Lots of golf.
She took out fellow Canberran Ben Kennedy by one shot. And she also took out FA1. So good weekend for her.
Can you do that?
No idea, but she did it. So
in the one comp.
In the one, I mean, it's two
technically
separate.
Two separate. Yeah. Okay.
That's weird.
Awesome.
Cool.
2 wins for the price of one, y'all. Well done. MPO was taken out by big man Dan Frost.
Oh, he left Ed at home, did he? Nice one,
now,
Daniel.
I can only imagine he was wearing his brand new tee-off hat that he took out from Vic.
Bloody better be.
And get this, 1,001 average over the event. Oosh. Now, it was an interesting one, 13-hole round, 2-rounder. Dan Frost birdied 17 out of 26 holes.
Damn.
Goodness gracious.
And I was tracking the live scores. I was messaging him. There was a lightning delay, I think, at one point. And then Dan came back, and I think he either got
because that's what you really want. Fucking mid round is Tim sliding into your DMs. Good on you, mate.
I have been known to nice people over the DMs.
Oh god,
no, but he had to deal with me nicing him and the lightning delay, and Chris Hill, Chile was making a charge, but good to see Dan get the chocolates in the end. Well done, mate. Huge win. Over to the Gold Coast Challenge, that was taken out by Abra Garfield and MPO by. He won by one shot, so another one-shot win over Paul Phillips. So well done to those two.
Nice.
Highest placed female on that one was Sarah Maybe in FA2. So well done to Sarah.
Sarah Maybe.
I mean, is it
Maybe?
Sarah?
Is
it
Sarah?
Maybe? How do you pronounce it? It's M-A-B-E-E.
No, sure.
I'm rolling with maybe.
Maybe
yeah. I'm wrong.
Sorry, Sarah.
So well done to the Gold Coast Challenge. Over to Molong now. We had the Central West Chick Flick. Now, this was an awesome initiative by Sharon Costa and the Molong crew. Ladies only event. They had 36 players, 26 in FA4, which was awesome to see.
How many?
26 in FA4.
26.
5 juniors as well. It's awesome.
Wow. Okay.
Doing something right they are. Good on them.
That's
awesome
huge
stuff. FA1, I'll give you one guess as to who took that one out. It was Alex Williams. Shout out number 12 on this podcast alone. She won by 20 shots.
Steamrolled it.
Well done, Alex.
Gracious.
I mean, she is just cleaning up at the moment. I know she was over in New Zealand as well. She's got a few New Zealand events on her horizon. So well done to Alex. I'm kind of hoping she's got FPO on her horizon too.
I'm sure she does.
We'll see.
Sure she does.
Next up, we've got the SA Open, which goes down this weekend. I'm bloody excited for. But on that note, Fergie, you got a little bit of news for us on the Australian shores as well.
Yeah, so it's a few weeks old now, but we were going to talk about it in the last podcast, but we ran out of time. But disc golf is returning to the World Games.
Yeah, this is pretty damn cool. But I reckon, including myself, didn't know as a part of what are the World Games. I think there's going to be a lot of those questions. So fill us in, Fergs.
Well, my very, very brief knowledge and understanding of it all is that the World Games is pretty much the biggest World Games apart from the Olympics.
Okay.
So there's a lot of events and disciplines that aren't in the Olympics, but they do fall into the World Games. And disc golf was part of the World Games a good 20-odd years ago. I think it was back in, when was it? Early 2000s. Anyway, for whatever reason, it fell out of that. Ultimate has been in the World Games.
Mm-hmm. And we all know scientifically that disc golf is far better than Ultimate.
You don't even need
statistically proven.
I can just tell you.
So good to see that it's back.
It's just common knowledge.
And it's back. And the format has yet to be kind of decided, but there may be some sort of teams kind of doubles action kind of happening.
Teams?
Yeah, apparently.
Sounds like they're making it Ultimate. Tell me they're not doing that.
Well, I can read here that disc golf will be a medal sport featuring 16 mixed pairs competition, so 32 athletes altogether.
Right.
So
I just had a thought, like, if it is teams, like, Paddy, you better be ready to catch my flex forehands. Full send. Straight out. Get those fingers ready.
I'm not signing up for that.
So all this will kick off in 2025 when the World Games is hosted in China in Chengdu. So there we go.
Yeah. Now,
It's pretty cool.
I think we did have a brief chat with Matt Hill, who's actually been a coach, and he's attended some of the World Games in the past on, the ultimate side of things. So, yeah, I reckon we should get him on in a couple of episodes' time and hear a bit more about it.
Yep, be good.
But yeah, pretty exciting times.
I do believe it's a bit of a precursor for sports that are in the World Games to be put into the Olympics.
Yeah.
So obviously it's a pretty long road maybe ahead for disc golf, but this is one of the first steps, so pretty exciting.
Right, and then we can answer the second question we get after, you play disc golf. Oh, that should be in the Olympics. Well, hey, it might be.
Well, it's because everyone watches like that one with the broomsticks on the ice, curling or whatever it is, and goes like, well, if that crap can get in, why can't disc golf?
Hey, do you know apparently to turn the stone left to right is called hyzer
Well, there you go.
in curling. I shit you not.
Yeah, right.
Apparently it's called hyzer.
Yeah, we throw way better hyzers than that shit.
I still throw stones though. So.
Now, the other bit of news as well, there was a big announcement that got released. The World Team Disc Golf Championships is coming to Australian shores. Pretty bloody exciting. Now, we know that Ken and Sue Summers have been working pretty hard on this behind the scenes. They are away at the moment in Japan, so hopefully in the next episode or two we can get them on too and hear a bit more about this. But we do know that it's going to be held at Mundaring, so pretty excited. Yeah.
And a change of year, also a change of month. So apparently it's going to be in November, which is going to at least allow maybe some more touring kind of pros in the US to, compete and come along and play, and those from Europe as well. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's scorching hot and we get a bit of home soil advantage.
Oh, mate.
Cook them up.
Those fins at the Aussie Open, man, they look like prawns after day one. Like,
It's fucking
no.
Funny.
Looking for help with course design and installations, a new disc or other accessories for your game? Well, OzDiscs has a huge range of all disc golf equipment in stock. 5% of each sale goes back to support your local club through their rewards program. Also, did we mention they have next day shipping? Well, jump online and check out OzDiscs now at www.ozdiscs.com.au.
We just called to have a chin wag. We just called to have a chat with friends. We just called to talk some disco and to catch up on the latest disco trends.
Okay, and on the phone, this is actually the first international phone call we've had on the actual pod. So yeah, Cassie Sweetten, Jason Brown, welcome. Where are you guys calling from, or where are we calling you?
Well, you're calling us, and we're currently in Fukui, which is about 2.5 hours from Osaka, at the country club, playing the Japan Open.
Unreal.
Konnichiwa. Japan.
Konnichiwa.
I'm turning Japanese.
Arigato.
Now you're not the only two. Now you're not the only two Aussies over there. Who else are you travelling with, and what's the state of play at the moment?
Yeah, so we've got Jazz is with us. We have Ken and Sue Summers with us, and then we have our families with Joshy and Coop with the Browns, Lil and Eva here with me and Jazz. So there's 10 of us in total.
That's unreal. I didn't actually realize that Ken and Sue were going too, but that's awesome. We've seen a couple of the videos coming out online, and a couple of shots of the course. Having been a fan of the Japan Open for a while and knowing that the course last time was just an absolute insane location of a course a golf course that gets adapted to a disc golf course, I was wondering what this place would look like. But Cassie, from the scenes and stuff that you've been sharing, it looks like it's about on par. Would you agree?
Oh, yeah. Like we're spoiled. We've got 3 courses we're playing over 3 days. We had 2 practice days, so we had to kind of push in two courses on one day and then one course on the next. But it's like 30 degrees Celsius here, so it is hot. So this morning we all teed off between 9 a.m. to about 10:40. I think the last tee off time for MPO was. So everyone's off the course now. Like the scenes are just breathtaking. The courses are phenomenal. You know, your par threes are pushing that in between a 3 to a 4. You know, they're punching at least 130 meters for a par 3. So the course is technical. There's a lot of water hazards, a lot of sand OBs. But yeah, it's beautiful. So beautiful.
Oh, unreal.
Now, apart from Australians and Japanese players, is there much of a contingent from the States or from other countries?
Oh, yeah, big germs here. You've got all the Innova crews. You got Dave Dunapace here, Sam Ferrens, Jeff Tannis, Joe Roten. You've got our dear friends Chad and Jerky from the US are here from Colorado.
Oh, cool.
But yeah, there's heaps of good crew here. You got Manabu's playing MPO.
Highest rated player in the world, Manabu.
Yeah,
1050 rated. Just looked it up.
You've also got Jackie Chan here playing as well. So yeah,
from Rush Hour.
It's good.
Jackie Chan.
Is Chris Tucker there as well? He's caddying for him.
Stop it.
Then this is Cassie.
Chan. I thought that's what I said. I thought I said Jackie Chan.
Cassie, this is not your first Japan Open rodeo, is it? You've been there before. Obviously a different course, but this is what, your third outing?
Yeah, my third. So I didn't play in 2008, but I played 2014. So technically it's my second, but it's my third time coming to a Japan Open.
Yeah, unreal. And how did you go today?
Up to it. I shot well. I played the green course, which is it's probably my favorite course out of the three. And I shot 6 over, and I'm currently leading FPO by 1 shot.
Woo! Hello.
What are you talking to us for?
I'm happy with how I played. I left a couple of strokes out there, but nerves were kicking in, and there's a lot of OB, a lot of sand traps, a lot of water hazards. So I'm just trying to play my golf and enjoy the people that I'm playing with, because the card that I had today was pretty phenomenal.
Cassie, what are you talking to us for? Go get a nice meal, get some rest, get into that mindset. We wanted you to take us home for Australia, please.
I've already had my katsu curry and I've had a beer at lunch. I'm fine, Timmy.
Oh, boy.
Now, Cassie, what was your round rating for the event so far?
We don't know. It's not PDGA rated, so I could not tell you, but I reckon it felt like about a 930, 940 for me.
Nice.
Solid.
Personally, that's how I felt.
You're telling me no one could kick in the $50 to get this PDGA sanctioned? Surely.
I don't know.
Surely.
I could probably get you someone you can have a chat to. But,
I'm sure Germ would have something to say about it.
Enough of this disc golf shit. Tell me, Cass, how was Super Mario World?
Oh my God. It's like, I don't know, JB, you tell us. What do you reckon?
It was pretty good. It wrecked me.
Oh, it's pretty good.
Can we
the step counter was off the scale, and the amount of time I stood and walked all over Super Mario World was just ridiculous.
But prior to going to Super Nintendo World, Jazz, JB, Joshy and I went on the Jurassic Park ride at Universal, and I have never put my pants so much in my life. Oh my God. If anyone gets a chance and goes to Universal, go on the Jurassic Park ride, because you will soil your pants.
All right.
It's the one where they tilt you horizontal. Very cool. You're flying like a pterodactyl. It's good fun being on it. Very good fun.
Sweet.
Correct. But yeah, Super Nintendo World was amazing. So cool. So cool. Literally felt like you were in the game.
Unreal.
Crazy.
Very good. I can't wait.
Yeah. Now, Cass, you've amazing first round for you. How did JB and Jazz and Sue and Ken, how did all they go?
Boys, I'm just happy to be here. Happy to take part.
Don't tell me the Justice Rollers didn't get it done, JB.
I did. Let me tell you, I did throw a few out here. Don't worry about that.
Mm-hmm.
Got to be a little bit careful though, because there's OB both sides and a lot of fairways. So you do have to take care with those. But no, there definitely were a few that came out today. Sometimes I had to actually throw it over water, which was a little bit of a problem with the roller. But so I couldn't pull it out everywhere I went. I had an average sort of round. I've been struggling with a bit of back soreness, and I was just happy to actually get out on T1 today and actually have a throw. But it was probably better than what I thought, and it's probably around about where I would probably normally play when I had a pretty average day. So I was actually happy with that. I think I'm 2 shots behind Ken in MP50. I don't know where that puts us in the field, though, because it's all paper scoring. And now we're going to put the results up around about 4 p.m. this afternoon. So I actually don't know where I sit in the field. I think I was 1 up on one of my opponents, but I was well back on the other 2 on my card today. So, I'm just happy to be here, happy to take in the experience. Sue, unfortunately, didn't make the start line this morning. She was feeling unwell.
Oh, no good.
So we hope she can get out and at least come out and have a throw in the next couple of days if she's feeling a bit better. Jazz did pretty well today.
Yeah, so Jazz shot even. I think on his card, a guy that we had a practice round with shot +1, so Jazz shot even. So he seems pretty happy with how he played. He played the red course, which I think is the most technical of the 3 courses and the longest. There's a lot of long holes. I think there's a par 4 that's like ridiculous. It's like, what is it, 300 and something meters? No. What was it? It was long. It's freaking long. Like, it's just long. It's long.
So Jareth happy after a round. That's a rarity, isn't it? Really, he must have played out of his skin.
He's happy. I think he's just happy to be here. Like us all, I don't think we care about where we're placed or what we're doing. It's more about the culture and what everything's bringing to us and the experience that we get to live in the moment, really.
We just came back from hitting some mochi.
We slammed some mochi.
Give it a mochi out the front of the country club there and watch the drumming performance.
What's his name?
It's just non-stop culture.
JB, I know in the past the Japan Open Players Pack's been pretty good. There's shoes and all sorts of stuff given away. What about this year?
We got the puffer jacket this year.
Oh.
And
that'll be good in 30-degree heat.
Probably not that great for right now, but probably Melbourne weather will go pretty well.
Send it my way, JB.
But, you'll make good use of that. Interestingly enough, the competitors got a players pack, but so did the companions. If you signed the companions up, they all got a players pack as well, plus the puffer jacket. They got a different coloured puffer jacket. It was just crazy because I thought, they'll get a T-shirt and maybe an invite to the players party. Whole players pack, different to ours. It's got a massive big cookie box selection. They've got a disc in there. We had about 4 discs.
A kimono.
Yes.
The Japan Open kimono.
Can we get a photo of JB in that kimono? Is that all right?
Yeah, 100%. I'll send you one later.
Thank you.
Straight to the bank.
Players pack was amazing.
That sounds awesome.
Very spoiled that our loved ones got, to get that as well.
Well, it sounds like the Japan Open, it has been a while since it has been on. I know they had the plans to come back, but COVID ruined that too. But true to form, it sounds like a pretty epic event. It is a shame that some of it isn't on, we can't follow it as closely online. But Cassie, is there any way that we can get some scores, or are you just going to be posting, your updates?
I'll flick you through the link to the website where all the scores will get uploaded. I think it is japanopendiscgolf.com, something like that. But yeah, I'll flick it through to you guys so you guys can see results come through and
Is anyone there filming it, Cass? Anyone filming the rounds?
I actually not too sure. Maybe the last day because we play 3 rounds. So we play 18 holes a day over the 3 courses, and then we have a final 9 on the last day. So I'm not sure if maybe film crew will come out, but yeah, we will definitely let you guys know.
Just tell Dave to jump on the cans and. Is he playing? Is Dave Dunapace playing?
Yeah.
Good on him. Hasn't missed one. Good on him.
Sure.
Oh, that's awesome.
The MP60s get the luxury of having carts. The rest of us get to walk the hills of Japan.
Oh wow!
It's like walking to Mount Fuji some days.
I was on Joe Rotan's card today. He said, they must be for the really, really, really old guys. We're just the really, really old guys.
No, I love it. All right, guys. Well, we cannot wish you any more luck. Please, I hope you have fun. Bring home some chocolates if you can. But, really just enjoy it. And anyone listening who wants to go and follow Jason Brown, Cassie Sweetten, Jareth Sweetten, and Sue and Ken Summers, they're all on socials. Jump on, give them a follow, like, share. Follow their trip over to Japan Open. All the best, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks, fellas.
Hope it's not too cold at home.
Unreal.
Bloody Japan. You know they've got over 70 flavours of Kit Kat in Japan?
What?
They're all shit.
Kit Kat?
Yeah,
They're all shit.
So you get like pumpkin flavour, matcha flavour. Yeah.
Whale?
Whale. Probably whale. I don't know.
Well,
I don't know.
Great place to go though, Japan. Bloody awesome stuff.
yeah, I'm not jealous at all. Cassie, leading FPO? That's huge.
I can't believe it's not sanctioned. And how the hell, they're waiting for the scores to come in on the paper cards.
Yeah, it's kind of
What
pretty.
year is this?
Yeah.
That is,
Japan Open's always been ahead of the curve.
it hasn't. Apparently not.
Well, back in the day, the 2008 Japan Open was one of the first DVDs I got when Stephen Rico won.
There you go.
And that was post-produced CD, kind of the whole thing.
Yeah.
Sorry, DVD, I should say.
That's probably how we're going to have to watch the round this time. I've gone to VHS now.
They send it out on a floppy disk.
That's it. Alrighty.
All right.
No, it won't take the weight. What's he doing? Your donut. No, stop it. What? Are you dismantling a lamp? No. Come on, ready? You muppet. Really?
Now, Fergie, Gordo Ramsay review, mate. You have submitted this one. Tell us about it.
I have, yeah. Look, at the Vic Open the other week, I did manage to bump into a local lad of Ballarat.
Name and shame.
I don't know his name. I don't know his name. How terrible is that?
Is this yours?
No. I wish it was, though.
How do I know this is not yours?
Well, because it's not my leather. I mean, I like leather.
It looks like a Fergie bag. This is what I'm looking at here. So, obviously, you're listening. You can't see this right now. I'll describe it a little bit. This looks like a top-notch, and I believe the word is tanner job. The person that works with leathers is a tanner, I believe. Not Tristan Tanner. That flogging.
He probably does work with leather, though, let's be honest.
I'm looking at a leather disc bag.
Yep.
So it's kind of like it looks like it's going to be holding like 20 or so discs, side satchel type thing, but beautifully handcrafted with leather.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, and it's not, a small kind of satchel kind of, as you said, at least probably 20 discs in there or thereabouts. But anyway, this thing, I'm really quite taken with it. I said to the bloke, did you make it? And he's like, oh yeah, no, I kind of, I do some leather stuff and blah blah. I had some leftover leather, so I thought I'd knock this up. And it's like this cylindrical kind of bag with, I don't know, like the leather has got some markings kind of pressed into it, and it's stitched on the edges, and it's even got a little, valuables kind of mini case thing that hangs off the strap. It's pretty cool.
That's a very eloquent way to describe what is essentially a purse. I am looking at a handbag here, Fergie. Yeah. This is the.
Hey, look,
is that a Louis Vuitton logo? No,
it's a man bag. Come on, not a purse.
Yeah, and this is your side satchel attachment for your feminine products if you need those on the course. Fair dinkum.
Yeah, look, I can appreciate the craftsmanship that has gone into this, and I've managed to actually print these in colour, so it does look pretty good. But would it be on my hip? Probably not.
Do you have to wear? I mean, does he wear cowboy boots when he plays? Like, is this man head to toe in leather? Is what I'm getting at.
I wasn't looking at his feet. But I'm not too sure. He did have long hair.
Did he ask you to call him Leather Daddy? Surely.
There may have been some sort of divide. No, I don't know. No, look, I mean, I rate it. That's my opinion. I think it's really cool. In fact, I said, "Do you make these? Can I have one?"
I knew this has got Fergie written all over it. Vintage.
It does have some vintage-esque qualities to it. I do like it. So
sweet. If I'm going to mark it down,
well.
Look, it is very well crafted, and I like the fact that it's leather. That's very premium, not like your sort of cheap plastics or anything like that. If I'm marking it down, there's no spot for a mini. Don't know where I'm putting my towel in this thing, and yeah, it needs a few more little pockets for. Me rangefinder and other assortment of goodies.
God, you're fussy.
If you're carrying
you send this in, I'm going to rate it. So look, it gets a pass mark because it does look like a very well made thing.
If you're carrying this bag, you don't need a rangy, mate.
Oh, is that right?
You are
parking it.
You are uber disc golfer, like extraordinaire.
I just can picture this guy in cowboy boots with the spurs. I mean, you'd want to watch your left calf when you're doing your X step in your cowboy boots and spurs with this thing on your hip. I'll tell you what,
Paddy.
Yeah, it's great. We need to move on.
Other time?
Yeah. No, he's done very well. Good submission, Fergie.
Yeah,
Thank you.
thanks.
Yeah. All right. Next up, segment that we've hadn't had for a little while. Trash or cash.
keep sending in trash or cash ideas because I like it. There's more stuff out there that very, very controversial.
Well, this is why I have brought it back because Lauren Galloway has sent us in quite a few little, topics for trash or cash. So thank you, Lauren. Really appreciate it. She also said a little message with this that she loves our work and it was good to meet Fergie at the Vic Open. Apparently they cleared you out of Luna's, Fergie. So all I say about that is go for a pure or dagger next time, Lauren. You'll be better off.
That was good. They did clean me out of Luna's and I got to eat that night, so that was nice. But no, it was actually really nice meeting Lauren and her partner there from South Australia. They were a lovely couple and we had a good chat and I was kind of quite chuffed because they did say that I was their favourite on the tee off. So
turn it up.
Bullshit.
Turn it up.
We'll check that in.
Hit the trash button, Paddy.
It does remind me though that she did actually ask about the pins. She said, I should get a couple of those pins, but I never organised it for her. So maybe we can organise that.
Yeah, well, I'll be putting some in the suitcase coming over to South Australia this weekend. So if you're playing South Australia and Lauren as well, come and see either me or Tim and grab some pins. Anyway, on to trash or cash. So the ones from Lauren that have sent in, AirPods on the course.
Now, I think we did this. Headphones on the course was a trash, but she's gone a step further. She's gone, what are people listening to? Slow music or hype music? I thought that was interesting. If you're listening to music on the course, what are you firing up?
It's usually pretty chill, I'll be honest. I on a scale of 1 to Matt Adams, listening to full on death metal, I'm probably at a 1 or a 2. I'll be honest, but what about you boys?
I don't often listen to music when I play, but if I do, probably a little bit of Tool, bit of Helmet.
Okay, that way. Yeah, right.
Yeah, a little bit heavy.
I'd never listen to music on the course, but I'd probably listen to something. I don't know, maybe.
You've got interesting music taste.
Ace of Base. Ace of Base.
No, I don't know. I'd probably listen to. I was trying to think of that band that is. They can't all be zingers. That's probably mine. Because that's what I'm thinking when I'm part. Nah, they can't all be good.
I love it. All right. Well, what are we saying?
AirPods
trash
on the
or
course
cash?
is trash from me.
Yeah, trash. Yeah. Sorry, Fergs, you got what?
No, that's fair. It's fair. AirPods absolutely trash. What about just big, huge?
Even worse. Every time, like what we're wearing right now.
I just don't like AirPods. If they can
stay on,
people in the street, and I hate people with AirPods, and so
if someone can actually throw and keep one of these on while they're throwing, all right, I'll give you a cash. But no, trash.
No, they are trash.
Next up, playing music on the card during a social round.
Oh, that's cash money. I mean, shout out to Darren Stay Smith. He's our resident DJ. Every casual round busts out the Beats Pro and puts on some tunes for us. It's great.
WA loves it.
Yeah, mate.
It's cash for me.
It's cash for me too. I'm happy to drown out any of you pricks while I'm playing casual. So
it's funny. I actually don't like the headphones because then you can't talk. But even during a tournament round, chuck the music on. I'm all for it as long as you can talk about it and talk during it as well. That's what I don't like with the AirPods. Whoa,
number 3.
This one's. I had a lot of time for Lauren, but it's just got bloody personal with number 3.
Let me start this one and just throw it straight back to you, Tim. Dogs on cards for league days.
I mean, cash money. You guys are lucky I don't have the dog in the booth with us right now.
Sally the Dally.
Sally the Dally.
She's a gorgeous dog, actually, and she's a good disc golf dog. So
she's played about 900 odd rounds. She's everyone rates Hogan off Luke Humphrey's dog, but Sally's the OG disc golf dog.
Sally is the exception, but otherwise this is trash. How many fucking times have I been to throw dogs, especially Shawnee's dog?
Shawnee's dog. Shout out to Charlie. Waits until you're in your X step and then, and not only that, I do remember par 4 at Inverleigh. We had no one had eagled it yet. You put down a nasty roll.
Oh, I did too.
We're all watching this thing go and like, oh, that is going to be parked. But we did not see Charlie piss bolting after it. And she knocks it down like 25 metres away from the pin. And you didn't get the eagle.
Yeah. So, dogs on cards.
So that's cash again.
Trash.
I can't take Woody playing disc golf. Absolutely. And he's worse than Charlie.
Yeah, one of my putters has, teeth marks in it because of a German Shep that come up and I was like, g'day buddy, and he latched onto one of my daggers, so I'm throwing out trash. Sally is the exception. She's very good, but you've trained her, but otherwise trash.
I'd love it if the listeners had any interesting dog stories out on the course, stuff like that.
I cannot wait to share because I've got footage of Shawnee being fully put off by Charlie mid-throw, straight into first available.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, amazing. All right, next one. This is one of my favorites, actually. This is so good. Giving unsolicited advice mid-round.
Very eloquent, Lauren.
Yeah.
So eloquent. Do we need to... It's
cash. I love it.
Gotta be cash money.
Well, I mean, without it, where would we be?
Hey, Fergs, how about a little bit higher on your next putt?
Oh, you don't want to be there, Fergs.
It's all fair. It's all fair.
Yeah, no, Paddy, I normally aim for the chains. Yeah. I mean, it's unanimous trash, right?
Try not to bogey. Oh, man. Yeah, absolute trash. I love it.
It is funny that, though, because when you have mixed cards and, we're playing with like an MA4 player or an FA4 player, should we be giving sort of little tips here and there, or is it sort of just let them grind out the doubles and at the end of the round give them a bit of a hot tip?
I don't. I've been guilty of it in the past, but I won't give out any advice during a round, especially a tournament. It may be a casual league day or something like that, but I wouldn't throw that. I'd save till later. Yeah. And I usually check and see if they want to know, or if they've asked me questions, I'll use that as an opportunity. But hey, look, I'll throw some stuff out there. But yeah, if that person doesn't want it, I'm not giving it. Yeah, that's for sure.
Fair enough. Next one, hot hands. What the hell are hot hands?
Hot hands. You know the little baggies that you open and they're the warm?
Oh, yeah. Hand warmers. Hand warmers in general. Yeah. Hot hands sounds like a brothel. But,
it's legitimately the brand name, but sure. So cash on that too?
Apparently, isn't there a new disc golf hand warmer device that's come out, the electric?
Wow.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I just
Luke told me about it.
Sure.
Yeah, I've got to say, I've got these things called pockets. Just sort of slide them in there. No, actually, hand warmers pretty good. I have hit up. I don't have them, but I have hit up the old man for some hand warmers. So it's 8 o'clock starts.
Yeah,
you're like that first putt. I don't want cold fingers.
Mate,
doesn't help. I still miss.
Absolute cash.
Yeah,
and they last all day too. Yeah,
no, they don't. That's what's so bad about them. They last like one hole.
Hey, you need to get obviously some proper hot hands.
Yeah, okay, I'm buying the.
I fire up the heat bag before I go. The old wheat sack in the oven.
Oh, really?
There you go.
Gee, no, I don't.
You're that old. So's my nan.
Smells like lavender.
No worries. All right, unanimous cash. All right, Tim, post-round baths.
Post-round baths. I get a post-round bath in the disc golf boys chat after every round that I play. It's normally initiated by Cam Ford. No, post-round bath.
Not the kind of bath, yeah.
Actually in the bath.
Actually, yeah, jumping in the bath. Does anyone do it?
I have not done it.
No. Not done it?
I do remember Jazz doing it once, actually. We were all up in Byron, and he went last in the shower rotation, no hot water. The only way the man could have a shower was boiling water in the kettle in the saucepan.
And some of his tears. Oh, Oh, no.
It wasn't the best day for Jazz, that one. But, yeah, post-round baths.
Wouldn't be a bad thing, though.
Haven't tried it. Sounds good in logic. Yeah.
I mean, I've done spas on disc golf.
I've done it before. Yeah. Be careful with Simon Feasey and spas as well. I did learn one night. Kai doesn't like to wear anything. But yeah, no, I don't mind a post-round bath or
I
a spa.
reckon, I just booked accommodation for Queensland, and I did notice the Airbnb photo has a nice bath, about 3-man sized, right in the middle of the room.
3 men.
3 men, yeah.
Okay.
So we'll stretch it. We've got 5 of us in the house, but we'll jam him in.
Well done. That'll make a good photo, actually.
Put a few more hot dogs in the saucepan. Yeah, we'll hop in.
I'll throw it out as cash.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Never tried it. I'm gonna give it a go, Lauren. But Cash or whoever sent mine in, it wasn't a Lauren one, but post-round baths, very interesting.
Commenting on throws mid-flight.
That's another personal Timbo on one. I'm a self-talker. Matty Faz pointed it out. I can't help it. I'll talk to the disc when I throw. I can't help it.
But are we talking about commenting on other people's discs?
I mean, I do that too.
With your phone out.
You don't have to comment. It's just all
sniper.
You can comment in your own. Try not to comment on it. I try to be very positive, which is even funnier when it goes horribly wrong. But
Lukey Baines, well known for the friendly.
The friendly, yeah.
I mean, I don't mind it. If sometimes I ask for a nice tree kick for somebody and it comes off.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, you didn't ask. You should have asked.
I do a lot of pointing. I'm pointing it. Go this way. Go this way.
I just really hope whenever I say it doesn't. I sometimes think about it, I'm like, oh, how sarcastic did that sound? Oh, don't hit that tree. So yeah, genuinely, I don't like to. I'm not hoping things go bad.
Is it trash or cash though? I can't really answer that. It's probably trash, to be honest.
It's probably trash.
A lot of the times I'm talking, I'm like, Tim, just shut up. Just let the disc fly. So
All
I'm
right.
going to go trash.
Let's say trash.
Having a caddy. That's cash. So good.
Cash.
What are you like? Are we playing like a C tier, ADG, C tier kind of thing, or what are we doing?
Valley League days. Yeah, bring the caddy down.
I'd take it.
I mean, the only downside to having a caddy is it gets a bit awkward when you piff your disc at your bag in frustration. That's the only downside that I know of. But having a caddy, I mean, it's cash.
Cash?
Yeah, it's cash.
All right.
Being a caddy too. If you get the chance to, if you're not in the finals or whatever, pick up the bag with somebody. It's awesome.
I do like it too. Energy drinks.
I mean, I'm against energy drinks in general life. So
give me a
it's
coffee
trash.
any day. I don't give a shit for energy drinks.
No, I think the only time I've never actually had I've only ever had it in like Jaeger bombs. I've never had it. I've never had like a can of Red Bull. Why did it become a thing though?
I don't know. It's
a massive thing though, isn't it?
Yeah.
The Monsters and all that kind of shit. They're massive drinks too. They're terrible for you.
Yeah, but with disco, it's only going to make me run to the Portaloo. Let's be honest. So, trash from me.
Yeah, trash.
All right.
I don't like the fact that energy drinks and like neck beards and like baggy shorts and the type I'm talking about.
There's a big correlation, is there?
That's the disc golfer stereotype that a lot of people... This is probably why Andy from Hamish and Andy is like, oh, frisbee golf. Because he's thinking about old neck beardy McBeardy with his like 5-litre monster and no teeth. Anyway.
All right, last one. Tomahawk thumber throws.
Should we get Alan Brunsting on to answer this one from Trollers? Man throws most of these.
Yeah, I'm going to say they're trash. I think they're only someone throws them because they can't throw a proper backhand or forehand.
Yeah. I'm going the opposite. I'm going, that's cash money. There are certain situations where I'm like, I wish I knew how to throw a thumber or a tomahawk or what's the other option?
Yeah, all right, easy. Just grab your overstable disc and don't throw your shoulder out.
I can never remember which way they turn and whether to use an overstable, understable, what I want to do. But look, very impressed with people that can throw them. I need to get out there and actually just get it in my head how they work. And then, I'll probably replace my flex forehands with those.
So I'm a bit of a traditionalist. I like to see the disc fly, not go kind of up and down doing stupid shit. So,
well, yeah, I remember playing on a hole on this card in America where we were playing like it was a 70, 80 meter hole completely open, and the guy threw a tomahawk where he could have, and I was like, oh, righto. Yeah. It was just trash. Like, you didn't have to do that at all. It wasn't to an advantage or anything.
That's
it was
why
just
disc
like,
golf's so good.
And he's like, oh, I can't throw my backhand accurately. I don't trust it. I'm like, yeah, because you're trash, and that's my vote.
The game is getting the disc in the basket from point A to point B in the fewest number of throws. That's what's so good about disc golf. You can do it any way you like.
Trash.
I'm getting flex forehand vibes over here.
Let's just hyzer flip every friggin' hole, shall we? Come on.
All right. Well, yes. Shout out. Thank you, Lauren, for sending in yours. And, a couple other good little trashes or caches there. If anyone hardcore does not agree with our assessment, please let us know because I would like to hear it. Next up. The Dream 18. Now, I'll be honest, I'll take the responsibility here. Have been a little bit slack the last couple of weeks on this. But we have the results for hole 5. Now, because there was that little bit of time, we did get a heap of submissions for this. So I actually had to run 2 separate polls and then a final. So going into the final, we had Poimina, Crater Lakes, Pine Rivers, and Victoria Park. Now,
Jesus, look how close those numbers are. Very, very hotly contested battle, this one.
Yeah, it was absolutely unreal. We had, what's that, like at least 50 votes on this. So coming in 4th was Pine Rivers. After them was Poimina with 13 votes. Crater Lakes, 14. And winning hole 5, Victoria Park with 15 votes.
There you go. Victoria, Ballarat.
Hole 5. It was the last hole at the Vic Open. So par 4 over the water, or you can take the Timbo and Chicken route, just 2 nice full hands over the left. Yeah, interesting that one won. I think they were all good holes though. Actually, I don't know the Pine Rivers one, but the other hole 5s. Yeah, this was close for a reason too.
Yeah,
I think the Pine River that's changed since in recent times.
Yeah, so anyone who whatever you submit, that's what I post. Okay, so you submit a photo or thing. If that's not the real one, I don't know what it is. So I'm going to post
some legitimacy to the Dream 18. Jump on a plane, check it out, do some recon, and bring it back.
Well, hey, all right. Well, let's get some more sponsors so I can do that. I'd love that. Yeah, if anyone wants to sponsor the Dream 18 and send me around.
Queensland Opens at Pine Rivers, so we'll check it out.
All right, I'm looking forward to that. Now, we did have a couple of questions come in. First up, Simon Tanner. Does it feel worse to start a round with a double bogey or end a round with one? Don't you do both, Tim?
Ruthless. I actually...
There's another Tanner, by the way. Another Tanner.
Oh, yeah. Simon Tanner. Wonder if he's...
Yeah, Simo, do you work with Leathermate?
I often start with a birdie, I'll have you know. And then I think, I'm on today. And it goes down.
Here it is, 10 down.
I'll probably finish with one, to be honest.
Definitely finish with one. At least if you start with one, you've got a chance to make it back. But if you finish it, then you're up shit creek.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, double bogey, and then I'm like, all right, I've got to birdie. I have to birdie the next 2 holes to get back to even. Yeah, that sucks. Rather have it at the end of the round. That's for sure.
In a playoff? Oh, no, sorry, just,
round, mate. Usually it's birdies at the end and then bogey in the playoff. Pat Ferris has sent in, what is our top 5 most hated discs of each category? Driver, mid, putter in the game. Oh, jeez.
Oh. Hey, that's a good question. We're going
to have to...
Let's do some homework on that, but...
spread that one out.
Top of your head now, what's the most hated disc? Come on. Spit one out.
Driver. It's got to be like the groove. I'll just throw that one out into the groove. Trash.
Do they still make it though? That's not.
It's still.
Is it got to be?
All right. Or Archon. The Innova Archon. That is a trash disc.
That is a piece of shit. That doesn't know what it is, that disc.
Yeah.
Am I just picking a mold or like, because I can tell you specific disc. It's Clayton Beck's You Couldn't Drag On.
It's not a dragon. It's a day.
It's got a dragon on it.
Day.
All right. Well, there's one. Actually, maybe we should just do, Archon, the day.
Yeah.
The day, all right.
The day's actually probably one of their more money discs.
Yeah, I've gone too far now. I can't backtrack, Fergs.
All right. Well, I reckon, Paddy, we're going to come back. If we can think of maybe 2 more drivers right now, we can tick off drivers, but we will come back to you with mids and putters, the 5 worst.
Yeah, that's good. All right. Yep, we'll ponder that one, Paddy, but we'll get back to you. Any more questions there, Paddy? I think that about wraps us up.
That's it, mate.
That pretty much wraps up another episode of The Tee Off. So thanks for listening to another episode. Make sure to follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Send in any questions or topics you'd like us to discuss, particularly trash or cash ideas, because we got to be running low on those. Until next time, we hope you get out and play some disc golf with your mates.
All right. Thanks, boys.
Thanks, boys.
So that's the end of the episode. Thanks for listening. I don't know why you're still here. We have to go see our families. Seriously, just go play disc golf.